you mentioned the tryout camp. You got into OVW. How did you and Chad meet up?
Yeah, I mean, and just to go back on that, like, yeah, I mean, it's you have to have like, I mean, you have to have just more than just passion. You have to like eat, live, breathe, bleed it, to want it bad enough to make it up there for most people. I mean, of course, some people get lucky because they came from a sports background or they're on a reality television show or something. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty intense. And I mean, shoot, I mean, I remember being at the Monster Factory. Got a good foundation there. But I mean, the coach, I don't know if he's trying to rib us or what, but sometimes you just want to have spine buster practice.
Hmm.
And I think it's more that he's crazy and just wanted to try and fill up our bump card as quickly as possible because there's only so many bumps a body can take in a career. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely rigorous. But when I got to OVW, it was a whole other world and a whole other type of training. And I had been in a tag team with Chris Cage. We were in a very successful tag team for OVW called Adrenaline. And we were, multiple time Southern Tag Team champions, and we had the top baby faces in the company at the time, and or in that promotion rather. And then I did a heel turn, and because they had signed this kid named Chad, and we had a similar height and build, and so they said, "Oh, let's put these two together. We could bring him in as his cousin, and that could be Tank's heel turn and blah blah blah." Because WWE thought about putting us together. So that's kind of how it happened. I did my heel turn. They put me with Chad. And then next thing I know, we're the Tolands and the blonde bombers and the Tolands. They made me. He had bleach blonde hair, so they went and made me go bleach blonde. And I'd never had blonde hair in my life. So next thing I know, I'm like a platinum blonde, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Did not like it at all. Um, but yeah. So I mean, it was definitely a change going from a tag team partner that I really felt like I gelled with and had a lot of same thoughts and ideas and good chemistry. And then Chad, even though we looked alike and had similar builds, we were
Hmm.
totally on opposite ends of the spectrum as far as the way we viewed wrestling and the way we, our thought process into matches and things like that. And so,
Over time, did you guys start getting along?
man, I tried a million times to kind of get him on the same page. But it was just tough, man. I mean, he just had a lot of other things going on. I think he's just kind of I think his maturity level, he's a younger guy. And I was a little older in the business, or veteran or whatever, a little bit of both, I guess. And I think just like the maturity, emotional and the emotional intelligence and things just weren't there enough. I think he was someone that just let things get to him too much, and I
Right.
think he thought he knew more than he did in the business, which kind of hurt him because it kind of got him heat with a lot of guys. And I tried to be a mentor to him actually to try and help him, but it was kind of rough because I felt like he thought he knew what he was doing the whole time. And when you're trying to talk to someone and be like, "Hey, just trust me on this, trust me," you know, and they don't listen, it's tough. So it was definitely a struggle, for the majority of the time. And I'm not saying we didn't have some decent matches and we had some good times, and I'm not saying that he never had a good idea. I mean, he had a few good ideas here and there, but overall, it was just a real struggle. But when you're put with a tag team partner, it's like anything. It's like any place of business. You sometimes have to end up being stuck with someone that you don't exactly gel with, but you try to make the best of it, and that's what I tried to do.
You guys made your debut on the main roster in October of 2005, if I'm not mistaken. You and Chad, I believe you guys interfered in a match involving Road Warrior Animal and Heidenreich. Uh,
Yeah, I believe that was in Corpus Christi, Texas, in October of 2005. And so yeah, it's man, time flies. But but yeah, and yeah, we interfered in the match, and our whole thing was to go in after a match happens, and well, we interfere, but we take people out, and whoever wins the match, then we go in and we take them out, and we just and it was supposed to be like, hey, who are these guys, where are they coming from, and da 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 da. But next thing, and we were actually supposed to originally be Simon Dean's or Nova, who's all we were supposed to be his henchman at first. That's when we got brought up, but it kind of didn't end up being that. So, which is fine. But it was kind of crazy how we went from, you know, we go up thinking we're going to be one thing, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere we become something else. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to finally get that call, that big break. You make it to TV. Um, were you nervous at all? Did you feel ready? Was
I mean, once you're an OVW, it's like, it was the Harvard of wrestling, man. I mean, if you're going to go to a university before taking the leap up to the WWE, that was the place to be because you had the best trainer. I mean, I had Rip Rogers, Lance Storm, Al Snow. I had Jim Cornette and Paul Heyman and all the countless people that from the WWE roster, like The Undertaker and a million other people that would come and they'd be watching you and doing matches, dark matches and stuff. And sometimes it'd be coming back off an injury to knock off some of the ring rust or work on a new character or something. And so they'd be there watching, and it was really cool because you got to learn from them too. And so, I mean, I had so much exposure to superstar talent and to TV because OVW was a weekly television show that was around the region, and I already felt comfortable being on TV. It wasn't a matter of that. It was just like all of a sudden now it's like, okay, now you're on the main show where you have millions of people watching every week around the world, and thousands upon thousands in the arena, which I thought I was going to be really, I thought in my mind I'd be nervous for it, but it actually was the more people, the more comfortable I felt. I just felt natural to go out. And I mean, there's good nerves, but I had good nervous, like a good anticipation and excitement. So.